20 years ago, in 2003, The League of Extraordinary Gentlemen made its debut in cinemas. This film had a nightmare production, which ultimately ended the careers of its star, Sean Connery, and its director, Stephen Norrington. So let's find out why it went so wrong. Initially, producer Don Murphy acquired the rights to adapt two of Alan Moore's graphic novels, From Hell and The League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. The filming of From Hell, a thriller about Jack the Ripper, starring Johnny Depp and Heather Graham, took place in mid-2000 and was relatively successful. It received mixed to positive reviews and earned approximately twice its modest budget of $35 million. Production for The League of Extraordinary Gentlemen began in the summer of 2002, with a significantly larger budget of nearly $80 million. However, this budget was considered modest for a major blockbuster, especially when compared to other films released that year. The Matrix sequels, for instance, had budgets of $150 million each, while Terminator 3 was estimated to cost around $200 million. In The League of Extraordinary Gentlemen, Sean Connery took on the role of adventurer Allan Quatermain, leading a group of renowned fictional characters in a battle against a mysterious villain aiming to instigate a war between Britain and Germany. Connery's involvement demanded a significant portion of the film's budget, approximately $17 million, which left limited cash for casting prominent actors in supporting roles. He also served as a producer on the film. So joining Connery's Quatermain were Captain Nemo, portrayed by Nasiruddin Shah, vampire Mina Harker, played by Peter Wilson, the Invisible Man, played by Tony Curran, Dr. Jekyll, played by Jason Fleming, Dorian Gray, portrayed by Stuart Townsend, and even Tom Sawyer, played by Shane West. This character was only included so it would be more appealing to American audiences. Stephen Norrington, a British director renowned for his success with the Wesley Snipes film Blade, was brought on board to make the film. But things got off to a rocky start on set. According to Entertainment Weekly, shouting matches between Norrington and Connery almost resulted in physical altercations. "It was a nightmare," Connery said to British newspaper The Times. "The experience had a great influence on me. It made me think about showbiz. I get fed up dealing with idiots. On the first day, I realised the director was insane. There have been differences of opinion about almost everything," Connery told the Scotsman during production. "Professional differences, personal differences, you name it. But my philosophy has been to shoot the movie and talk about right and wrong afterwards. To be honest, I just want to complete the picture. That's all I want right now." So Connery was definitely not having a good time making this movie. Director Norrington, who initially began his filmmaking career as a special effects technician, exhibited an extraordinary level of perfectionism on the set of League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. It was reported that his meticulousness reached Kubrick-like proportions. Allegedly, he'd even halted filming for an entire day due to the unsatisfactory appearance of an elephant gun prop. Norrington also insisted on shooting each scene from as many as 10 different angles or setups, despite needing far fewer to get the job done. Connery isn't very pleased at how this is going, a crew member told the EW reporter on the set. "He's not used to being kept waiting on a movie set. I mean, he's 72 years old and he's Sean Connery." But differences of opinion between the director and Connery were just the start of what was coming. More severe challenges for the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen arose during the shoot when catastrophic floods struck the city of Prague halfway through production. These August floods, the most devastating in Europe in a century, forced the cast and crew to evacuate immediately. Tragically, the floods ravaged approximately $7.5 million worth of props, with the ironic inclusion of Captain Nemo's submarine. It was reported that Connery quickly fled his suite at the Four Seasons, managing to salvage only his treasured golf clubs in the process. It took several months for the cast and crew to regroup, eventually returning to the location in November to salvage the remnants of an ill-fated production. Another stagehand told Entertainment Weekly, "I've never been on a set this tense. Everybody just wants to go home." Then on July 11th, 2003, The League of Extraordinary Gentlemen was released in cinemas, coinciding with the box office presence of Pirates of the Caribbean, The Curse of the Black Pearl. Despite the competition, the film managed to achieve a worldwide box office gross of about $180 million, so it may have resulted in some profitability. Critics, however, were far from impressed, reflecting in the film's meagre 17% rating on the tomato meter. In a scathing one-star review, prominent critic Roger Ebert expressed his disappointment, stating, "Just when it seems about to become a real corker of an adventure movie, it plunges into incomprehensible action, idiotic dialogue, inexplicable motivations, causes without effects, effects without causes, and general lunacy. What a mess." Following the completion of filming, Sean Connery promptly withdrew from his next committed role, Josiah's Cannon, a World War II thriller set to be directed by Brett Ratner. In doing so, the renowned actor relinquished a purported payday of $17.5 million, and unfortunately the movie never got made. Reports during the time suggested that the challenges and frustrations accompanying big-budget studio films had entirely drained Connery's enthusiasm for acting. While he did lend his voice to a few smaller productions in subsequent years, The League of Extraordinary Gentlemen marked his final on-screen appearance. Regrettably, Connery, arguably the best Bond, passed away in 2020. Thanks for watching this video. Check out more on our channel. See you next time.